We're back again with another action-packed edition of sports this morning, reaching you live from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks for joining in. My name is Austin Okonakwa. You know, we will not neglect our viewers in Benin, Abuja, and of course to you, wherever you are in the world watching sports this morning. It's about that time where we give you the best 30 minutes of your time watching television. Now let's talk sports. Where do we kick off from? Not good news for Nigeria, as star players Kelechi Iheanacho and Chidiebere Wakali will miss out of the African Youth Championship that will take place in Senegal. English Premier League champions Manchester City have informed the Nigeria Football Federation that the club will not release the two players for the 2015 African Youth Championship that will take place in March in Senegal. But what's going on? According to Manchester City, they said with regards to Kelechi Iheanacho is currently injured. We believe he will be fit around the middle of March, but can keep in contract regarding his recovery. That's not a good one. We'll keep talking about this when players need to play for their national teams and then their club size say no. Let's go on with the show. It's no more news that Cristiano Ronaldo has won 2 in a row, talking about the Ballon d'Or. And a lot of comments, a lot of questions are still being asked. Why didn't this man on your screen win it? A lot of people are still sad that Manuel Neuer missed out of this. And then the latest coming out of that bunch is Jürgen Klinsmann. He says it's a bit sad for Manuel Neuer because he thought he played an outstanding role at the end of the day. It's the most important title you can win in your career, talking about the World Cup, and says Manuel Neuer won it. But when you talk about players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, it's really, really difficult to put a goalkeeper in a mix. Quickly, let's rush to the NBA and see what's going on there. Action-packed world of sports. Williams Mo is on fire. The Minnesota Timberwolves player is now the highest goal scorer this season. Williams scored a career high of 52 points, the most in the league, and the Minnesota Timberwolves snapped a 15-game losing streak with a 110-101 victory over the Indiana Pacers on Tuesday night. It's all about breaking records. So right now, Mo is in the news. Let's see who will actually push him away. So much to talk about. Quickly, let's touch down at the Asian Cup and find out what's going on. Australia, they're in the quarterfinals. They demolished Oman by 4-0 to get to that level. Let's see how they did, and I'll come back. We'll talk. Stay. So that's how Australia made it to the quarterfinals of the Asian Cup. And when you get to this stage of a competition, you start seeing the trophy. So at this point, mistakes are not allowed. They demolished Oman by 4-0. And let's see if they can sustain the momentum. Sports this morning on Channels Television. Wherever you're watching us, it's always a delight to have you join us on the program where we'll take a look at the latest events and happenings going down in your exciting world of sports. And we always say it on this program that it is designed for you. It's always fun whenever we get you involved. You can talk to us. I know someone wants to talk to us, particularly fans in the, not English Premier League, but that follows English football, the FA Cup. It is still producing drama. See what happened in that game between West Ham and Everton. Goalkeeper Adrian was the hero, unlikely hero. We're still talking about goalkeepers and what went down with Manuel Noah and then goalkeeper Adrian. Still giving us more reasons to talk about it. You can talk to us if you want to be part of the show on Twitter with channels_sports and on Facebook with channels-sports. What are you talking about? Remember, Manchester City says Kelechi Iheanacho and Wakali cannot join the Flying Eagles team for the African Youth Championship. We're also going to talk about that late withdrawal by Sudan, talking about that friendly game for the home-based Eagles. Yemen coming to the rescue. That's on the home front. And then we told you in the NBA, Mo Williams is on fire. Record highest scorer in the NBA this season, 52 points in a match. Massive. We're going to talk all about that this morning, and we invite you to be part of the program. Tell Salam Jones and tell good to have you on the show.
Yeah, Austin, good morning. Where we're starting from?
Let's begin with this drama with clubs and country.
Yeah.
It says Kelechi Iheanacho is injured, he cannot play. You cannot release Chidebere Wakali because they believe he needs to go on loan and they're trying to sort out agreement.
Yeah.
Give them playing time.
Austin, the club versus country role it's been on for ages now, and I've noticed that it usually comes to fore when it concerns age grade tournaments. And so Manchester City coming out to say they don't want to release these guys. They have given official reasons. So I think I want to go by that. But I know a lot of Nigerians are very they don't really believe that. They believe they are playing the games game. But it's a disappointment for Iheanacho and Wakali, because this is another opportunity for them to show
that what they did in Dubai
to show that progression. After winning in Dubai and the Under-17 World Cup. Sad one for them, but then it's an opportunity for others now to step into the fray and show Nigerians that they have what it takes to play for the country.
Fantastic Kelechi Iheanacho and the impressive Chidebere Wakali. Yes. They were the stronghold for Manu Garba at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup. I'm taking in 2013 already, tired. 2013. That's why we need to see more from these guys.
Exactly, especially when we've not seen a lot from them playing for their club side. Iheanacho hasn't played any game for Manchester City. We saw him in pre-season, and a lot of Nigerians got excited. He got a few goals, a couple of goals actually, but
then we wanted more.
Yeah, but then you can't do that in that Manchester City squad. It's been loaned out already. Went to the MLS. Now it's back in England, and unfortunately now, according to Manchester City, they're saying he's injured. And if he's truly injured, then there's nothing to really complain about as regards Iheanacho, other than to just wish him quick recovery, because it's very important he gets back to playing football at that age.
Let me tell you what Manchester City, the reason they gave for Chidebere Wakali. Listen, please. I'm going to quote Manchester City's scouting and recruitment operations manager. His name is Fergal Hakin. He says, for Chidebere Wakali, we are currently in the process of agreeing his loan deal to Europe, and he will not be available to meet up with the national team until further notice. Underline that word, until further notice.
And when does the championship start? March 8th. So they're as good as out. And like I said earlier, it's a very unfortunate situation. The Wakali's one is a little bit more complicated.
It's comical.
It's a very funny one. Funny, very ludicrous reason there. But then what can you do? What can you do? It's a shame.
We need to do something. Club and country row, not good for football. I think there should be an understanding. They should reach that level where it is agreeable. Maybe because it's also not in the FIFA calendar.
That's the key. That's the key right there. If you noticed, they find it very hard to do this kind of games with the senior national players. For example, now all the best African players are playing the Premier League. We will be seeing them in Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah.
They can't mess with them. They can't do nothing about that because it's the FIFA rules. It doesn't allow them to do that.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is. It's a shame really for the two lads. They're highly rated by Manchester City. We need to know that as well. So they're really looking out for the future and all that. So good luck to them when they make the comeback eventually, hopefully into the Super Eagles.
Tayo says they're very important to Manchester City, but we love them in Nigeria. We want to see them. We had a green, white, green jersey of the country and make this country proud. Remember, so much is coming out of club versus country row. Remember West Ham Sako?
Yes.
They say he's injured, he can't play for Senegal, and then they say we must not see him play for West Ham too.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Very easy. If he's injured, then he doesn't play for West Ham, then he doesn't play for the country as well. So that's the way it is. Like I said, it's different for the national team players. The situation is different for them compared to what happens with the underage, age grade players.
I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of these club versus country route, the disagreement that always comes up when national teams want their players and then the club says no, or says it's unlikely, or even bring up excuses such as what we've read about Chidi Ebere Wakali. You can talk to us on Twitter, or channels_sports, and on Facebook, or channels sports. Tell quickly, senior national team now, the Team B, we call them the home-based Eagles. Not a bad outing against Cote d'Ivoire, and they were waiting to see what they can do against Sudan, particularly that same Sudan. We were waiting, and then suddenly Sudan came out and said, hey, we're not playing anymore. Yemen to the rescue.
Yeah, I guess it's safe to say revenge postponed. We'll be doing that. We'll do that some other time. The time will come. They can't run forever. Now, but seriously now, unfortunate one again. The Sudanese had to pull out for whatever reason. I really don't know why. But then the NFL have really moved really fast by getting replacements in Yemen. Yemen, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians are wondering, why are we playing Yemen? Yemen, in the grand scheme of things, in football, are not on the same level in Nigeria, so why we're playing them. But then we can understand what's going on right now. It was they had to make a very fast decision, and I think it's better to play a game than not play at all. So hopefully, I know they should beat Yemen.
So that's it. We're expecting the home-based Super Eagles to take on Yemen on Saturday. The team that's still in United Arab Emirates. And what we're getting from the camp is that the players are excited. The home-based Eagles are excited at the opportunity. They're getting ready for the CHAN. Nations Cup is out of the way, but there is the CHAN. And then they're thinking they can make good use of that one. Okay, sports this morning on Channels Television. The Super Eagles will not be at the 2015 African Cup of Nations that will take place in Equatorial Guinea. But that doesn't mean we won't talk about it, Tayo. The biggest fear for Morocco was the outbreak of the Ebola virus. But CAF says, hey, guys, calm down. Equatorial Guinea, don't be scared. This virus will not stop the action of the Nations Cup.
Yeah, Austin, I hope that's the case, really. I hope he doesn't really scupper the Nations Cup at all. And they're giving assurances already, and we hope that's the case, really. I hope they've put all the necessary measures in place to avoid any kind of breakout. We know it's a viral disease, and it's quite contagious as well. So I'm believing the authorities in charge are really ready to battle and ensure it doesn't really spread when the competition proper starts. We need to remember the health of these players and the fans are very important as well too, and the health of the citizens as well too. It's very important in Equatorial Guinea. So hopefully the Nations Cup will hold without any problems as a result of Ebola.
Okay, that's Tayo's part. The Confederation of African Football, they've been speaking, giving the assurances that the Ebola virus will not hinder the performance at the Nations Cup. So let's quickly listen and take that reaction, and then I'll come back. We'll talk some more on sports this morning. Stay with us.